I'm handing you over to my cousin Dappy to deliver the Dappys Christmas speech.
Good morning and season's greeting to you all. My name is Dappy. Fingers crossed Santa's been good to you and your favourite film is on the telly this afternoon. Looking back over 2010, it would be foolhardy for anyone to claim it has been an easy year. The global credit crunch has already and will continue to hit us all hard, and difficult times lay ahead for many of those at the poor end of the spectrum. There has been a discontent about our crumbling economy, empty pockets and a barren job market, but we must keep things in perspective. We don't live in a war zone. We don't have to contend with famine or oppression. You know what? Hard times are relative. Some will struggle to pay a certain bill or purchase the things that they desire most. But remember, there are people in other parts of the world who have to walk more than 10 miles just to get some fresh water. I can't believe we moan about the state of our education and health service, and yet many folks in foreign lands have no education whatsoever and can only dream of free healthcare. We must take the setbacks and strife facing us and use it for good. I mean, nothing worth having ever comes easily, and out of heartache and woe is born ambition and the will to overcome. It's at times like these that what we do have is so important. Families come together and take strength from each other's support and love. This is and always has been the Dappys message. You only need to look at the names of our 3 albums. I mean, Uncle B, Against All Odds, and Love Live Life. I look around and I'm absolutely horrified by the readiness of youths to dispense casual violence whilst acting as if the world owes them something. I mean, it saddens me when I hear kids talking proudly about how poor their grades are or they just don't give a you-know-what. Things must change. We have to nurture the youngsters in our community, encourage them to build and channel their frustrations into something constructive. Furthermore, less time should be spent on berating the young before they've even had a chance, and more time spent on encouraging them to blossom. It is imperative that we reward the people in our society who reach for the stars and do their best to take the peers with them. We should incentivize, not penalize. It's these people who hold our future in their hands. Forgive me if I have painted a somewhat gloomy picture, but I'm just real in it. There is plenty to feel positive about too. I mean, in 2011, Prince William and Katie Middleton have kindly given us all an extra day's holiday when they get married. Woo! Now, you can't say that the royal family don't do nothing for us. Meanwhile, the UK music scene is the strongest it has ever been for many years and recognised as being the most important in the world right now. I am happy, I am seriously happy that Dappys are a part of that movement at this specific moment in time. Our culture is still admired and emulated by people all over the globe, and rightly so. Seriously, I hope you are all lucky enough to spend today with the ones you love. To all those fighting abroad, away from their mothers, fathers, wives, husbands, girlfriends, boyfriends, and children, let me speak for the nation and wish you all well. And I would personally, seriously, personally like to thank you for the sacrifices you have made for me, my family, and especially our country. You know what? Someday, I hope we can all put down our weapons and cease to be a world at war. Just imagine what the human race is capable of if we all work together. But until that day, as our troops do their bit to protect the liberties and values we hold dearest, I ask you, remember where you live and what that stands for. This is not just Britain. This is not good Britain. This is great Britain. And that's more than simply a name. It's the people who live, love, and die here. It's you. With each breath you take and each decision you make, remember the eyes of the world are on you. So do your best to live up to our country's name. So thanks for listening. To you and your family, I wish a happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year.